Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I teach you how to cook at home. Today I'm teaching you a staple in my house. I make these for me and my daughter Belle every single morning. They're fluffy, they are buttery, they're the perfect scrambled egg. They take just a few minutes, so there's no excuse you shouldn't be making these every single morning. All right, stay tuned, hit the subscribe and the bell button so that you are notified every time I post a new video on my channel. All right, let's go make these fluffy eggs. Okay guys, here's your setup for the most fluffy, delicious eggs you will ever make at home. Have a non-stick pan. I think this is non-negotiable. I think it makes cooking eggs way easier, especially scrambled eggs. I like to have a bowl with my eggs already cracked that we're going to whisk with a little bit of salt and pepper. Have a pad of butter. You can use clarified butter if you like. I like the just typical butter that you always have at home. I probably have maybe a half a tablespoon for 2 eggs and just a rubber spatula to move the eggs around. All right, so first things first is you have your eggs. Let's salt. I use a little pinch of kosher salt, a couple cracks of fresh black pepper, and then you can either use a whisk or I like to actually use a fork. Just kind of break up the egg yolks first. Kind of poke at them a little bit and then quickly whisk them together. What you're looking for is that the egg yolks and the whites all come together kind of as one, and that will make the eggs nice, super fluffy, and you're not gonna see kind of those dark yellow spots of scrambled eggs and the white spots. Once that has all come together, we're gonna turn our pan on medium heat. Again, if your stovetop tends to run a little high, maybe turn it down to low medium. If it tends to run a little, kind of cool, turn it up to medium high. The trick is that you want the eggs to cook a little bit lower and slower and allow that to get that nice creamy texture. If you go ahead and throw them in a hot pan, it's gonna start cooking the eggs on high immediately. So put your pan on medium heat. You're going to add your butter once the pan begins to warm and let it melt. All right, now that the butter is melted and you start to see it bubble up, let's add our eggs. Okay, so what you don't want is just to let your eggs sit. You want to kind of continually move it, kind of let it do its thing, but also continually move it. You're gonna get the kind of creamy texture as you whip it and cook it low and slow. If you see pieces start to cook, kind of flip them over. All right, so this is where I turn off, and as you can see, still looks just a little bit wet, but you want it to be that way because eggs actually continue to cook. Okay, I'm gonna put my eggs directly on an English muffin.
Okay guys, this is exactly how your scrambled eggs should look. Just a tad bit wet, which that does not mean they are underdone. That means they're perfectly cooked. You want them to be a little bit like that because the minute they do not look a tad bit wet, they're actually overdone. Because eggs keep cooking after you take them out of the pan, so you want them to be just underdone so that by the time you eat them, they are perfectly done. And this is exactly what these are. I put them here on a English muffin, but you can certainly do them however you like to serve eggs in the morning. All right guys, I hope you learned a few tips and tricks. Please comment below. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button on this video if you would like more recipes. Don't forget to hit the next suggested video for the next video in our egg series.